Live at Collectco for part 2 of Wednesday night's live Facebook record sale. When you are on and watching, be sure to let us know, and we'll get started in just a moment. I'm going to start sharing. Hope that you please can do the same for me and for our company. We would appreciate it. Looks like we're live. I'm going to set that off to the side, get this spun around the way I want it, which is going to be over here. Spin. Let's get it shared everywhere. Share it there. Groups. And let's see, new post. Let's delete it from here. I don't see where I shared it here earlier. That's weird. Canned heat vintage. All right, let's do part 2. Pull up our restream chat. All right, so what we're going to do back here is go through some new.
Change the title.
I didn't. Did not change the title. I thought you had done that. Okay. We're going to go through some vintage back here that's all bought now best offer. Hello, Scott. And we're going to let everybody get on first. Let everybody get on, and here's my hand. So we are live. Going to go through some bins. I don't know what's back here. We're going to go through them one at a time, and I'm going to entertain offers. I just know this. There's some great titles back here. So if I missed a Cody Johnson Adobe Sessions come in. That did not come in. That's supposed to be in a shipment. I don't think everything that was on that invoice, Tanner, came in, because there was some other Cody Johnson records for sure. So Wayne, Cody Jinx, yes. We're expecting some more tomorrow then. Sam Squatch, 67, first-time buyer. He wants on the Psycho Circus waiting list. Sam Squatch, you got it. Now, we're going to send you a link to our website where you can fill that out. So, and Felix Quintanata also wants on that list. A lot of people on this. I also need to make a Facebook post. I hope we get lots and lots more back in. I really do. Hope that everybody that wants one can get one from us and get it from us and get it very soon. So thank you, Felix. Thank you, Sam Squatch. We're going to post a link in just 1 second. Tanner's still firing up his laptop or his iPad, and he's going to post and copy a link in that. And there it is. So if you're a first-time buyer and you've bought something tonight, make sure we have your information. Let's go through some records back here. All bought now, best offer. We're going to be back here for a couple hours, hopefully. We may be back here an hour. We may be back here a couple hours. These are all going to be bought now, best offer, but at least you have an opportunity to buy some stuff and make some offers. So, all righty. Let's do, let me put something here that's pretty enticing for you. How about we put a Patty Smith there? Not that I don't have anything against the Everly Brothers. So all these are buy now best offer. Whitney Houston is in shrink wrap with hype sticker, $59.99. So if these are records back here, these are records that have been shown before, but they probably hadn't been shown where you can make an offer on them, or they've never been discounted. Yeah, these were priced back in May. What's that still doing around here? So great record, Whitney Houston, near mint, shrink wrap, and hype sticker, and these are all going to be buy now best offer. Queen Jazz, another one, $34.99. So far, so good. Queen Jazz. This has the original inner sleeve with it. Very clean vinyl. Queen Jazz. Let me show you that original inner sleeve. No, there's no nudity poster, but it does have the original inner sleeve. That's a nice copy of Queen Jazz, $34.99. We also have Deep Purple, made in Japan. Deep Purple is $39.99 for made in Japan. 2LP, Warner Brothers Burbank label. Very, very nice vinyl on that. Made in Japan is $39.99. Bad Company, Desolation Angels. Bad Company is $19.99. Super clean vinyl on that. We've hit a batch of some really good records, that for sure, as far as condition. Walter Egan, Not Shy, has a promo stamp on the front, and it's a promo label, I should say a promo sticker on the front. Looks like that's the original inner sleeve. Near mint minus vinyl. Walter Egan is $14.99. White label promo. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Heart. Lou Reed is $29.99 for Rock and Roll Heart. That has the original inner sleeve, $29.99. Now, you can buy stuff back here, but as always, don't hesitate to make offers, because if you don't buy them now from us, they're probably going to end up already heavily discounted later in some kind of flip bin. So kind of now's the time if you want to make an offer on something. And like I said, you can't offend me. So Don't, if you see something for 30, I might take 20. I might take 25. So just use your strategy. The cars, we had a VG Plus copy earlier to start the show. This is a really nice near mint minus copy with the original inner sleeve. The cars is $34.99. Also, Music Country. Music Country is $9.99. Charlie Rich, Glenn Campbell, Ann Murray, Johnny Cash, Sonny James, Roy Clark. That's $9.99. We also have Gene Cotton live at Tennessee Tech. My alma mater. Alma mater. That didn't sound right. Gene Cotton live at Tennessee Tech. You can really tell I went to college. I can barely speak. $24.99 for Gene Cotton. Neil Young, Comes a Time, $34.99. Neil Young, Comes a Time, has the original Warner Brothers reprise inner sleeve. Super clean vinyl, $34.99 on Neil Young, Comes a Time. John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band, has the original inner sleeve. John Lennon, $29.99. Some great records so far in here. John Cougar, Nothing Matters and What If It Did, $19.99 on John Cougar. Nothing Matters and What If It Did, $19.99. The Fifth Dimension, Soul and Inspiration, shrink wrap, and the hype sticker says includes the great single Harlem, $14.99 on the Fifth Dimension. These are all buy it now best offer. Captain and Tennille, Love Will Keep Us Together. Captain and Tennille is $9.99. Status Quo, Hello. Status Quo is in shrink wrap, $19.99 on the Vertigo label, UK version. Status Quo was $19.99. The Cars, Shake It Up. This is a Mexico pressing, $24.99 for the Cars, Shake It Up, a Mexico pressing. I don't know, we had that turned this way. I'm going to keep that outside of the jacket, actually. $24.99 on that. Kyle says he'd give $25 on Queen. Well, you're the only one that has said anything so far, Kyle, so I'm going to sell it to you. Sell Kyle Gregory Queen for $25. Next is Steve Winwood, Don't You Know What the Night Can Do. That's a 12-inch single from 1988 in shrink wrap, $9.99. Bob Seger, Beautiful Loser, a classic, $29.99. Bob Seger, Beautiful Loser, $29.99. Hendry offered $15 for Status Quo. Sell that to Hendry for $15. We're in a bin of buy it now best offer if you're just getting on. Get the Knack. The Knack, that's a VG copy for $9.99. Also has the original inner sleeve. Stephen Fry, you said he'd give $15 on Shake It Up. I'm going to do that just because it's a Mexico pressing, which is a little bit lesser quality than most. But Stephen, I'll sell that to you for $15. Thank you. How about Humble Pie? Rockin' the Fillmore. VG Plus $17.99 for Humble Pie. Rockin' the Fillmore. VG Plus 2LP $17.99. Chris Kirkley said he'd give $27 for the very, very nice copy of Neil Young, Comes a Time. That's sold to Chris Kirkley for $27. The Heavenly Kid, original motion picture soundtrack. That's a white label promo, gold stamp promo, $19.99 on The Heavenly Kid. That's a white label promo from Elektra, and it has the original Elektra inner sleeve, $19.99. John Lill's at $7 on the Steve Winwood single. John Lill, that is now sold to you for $7. And Stephen A. Young offered $15 for Humble Pie. That's sold to Stephen A. Young for $15. Both of those are gone. There's the Heavenly Kid soundtrack again. Damn the Defiant, original motion picture soundtrack. That's on the Colpix label. That's a white label promo. Another soundtrack, Damn the Defiant. That's a 1962 white label promo. VG Plus $14.99. Looks like it was at a radio station. Willie Nelson Stardust. It's in partial shrink wrap. The partial shrink wrap runs like right here. It does have the hype sticker, Georgia on My Mind. The vinyl's VG Plus $14.99 on Willie Nelson. The classic Chicago Transit Authority. That's on the second label. It is a 71 Terre Haute, VG Plus $19.99. Chicago Transit Authority, VG Plus $19.99. The Edgar Winter Group Shock Treatment. That's a VG Plus $14.99. That's the play grade. That's the play grade, meaning there's a scuff on it right here. Paul has test played it. That's plays as a VG Plus $14.99. Chris Bijak wants WN. That's Willie Nelson. That's sold to Chris. We also have Gail Winters, A Girl for All Seasons. Gail Winters is VG Plus, $12.99. Gail Winters, very mod. Nancy Sinatra and Lee Hazelwood. That is a VG Plus for $14.99. We have a note on the back that that's a fantastic album. Big seller. Nancy Sinatra. Robin Trower, Caravan to Midnight. That's a VG Plus $14.99 for Robin Trower. God Bless America Again. That's Loretta Lynn. Loretta is a VG Plus condition. That's on the original Decca label. $11.99 on Loretta. The Crusaders, Free as the Wind. The Crusaders is EX condition. $9.99 on the Crusaders. Santana is in quad. That's Caravansari. Santana is a quad pressing of Caravansari. There's a mark on side 1 that does not affect play. That's a VG Plus for $19.99. Santana Caravansari. Bo Diddley's a twister. Bo Diddley's a VG copy for $22.99. That's a 1962 Red Label Mono. 62 Red Label Mono. VG condition, $22.99. If you're just joining us, we're in a bin of Buy It Now Best Offer. We've sold several out of here. You can buy them now or you can make an offer. Like I said, we have not reached a deal on anything. So Jefferson Airplane Bark, VG Plus $17.99. This does have the insert with it. Jefferson Airplane Bark, that's on the black grunt label. That's VG Plus $17.99. Joe Hawkins is on 10 on Loretta Lynn. God bless America again. Sell that to Joe Hawkins for 10. Henry's Choice is curious about the coin. Grand Funk Railroad, a Pluberous Funk, is EX $36.99. It's a 71 Winchester, and it has the original insert. $36.99 on Grand Funk Railroad. Harry Chapin, Greatest Stories Live. That's 2 LPs, EX condition, $16.99. Richie Havens Mirage. That's a VG Plus for $9.99. Richie Havens Mirage. Richie Havens VG Plus $9.99. Marion Maiden, It's a Beautiful Day. That's EX $9.99. Bob Dylan, Slow Train Coming, VG Plus $22.99. Original Inner Sleeve, VG Plus $22.99. Slow Train Coming. Steppenwolf, Rest in Peace, is VG, $9.99. And Vanity Fair, Early in the Morning, that's VG Plus $9.99. Early in the Morning, Vanity Fair, VG Plus $9.99. Henry, I will sort of split the difference on that with you and sell that to you for $30. Which is $7 off, and I'm really surprised no one's bought it yet. Very desirable album. It's shaped like the coin, E Pluberous Funk. That's $30 if you want it. I'll lay that back here in pending. Heart, Dog and Butterfly. That's VG Plus $14.99. There's some water damage to the back of the cover. That's $14.99. And Emerson, Lake and Palmer is VG, $9.99. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Loretta Lynn writes them and sings them. Loretta Lynn is VG Plus $12.99. Original Decca label. Scott Apple wants to know if we have any knives. We do. How about this? You send me $100 and I'll send you a knife. It will be a $100 value. How could you say no? Sell this to Henry's Choice for $30. Charlie Bird Delicately in shrink wrap. Charlie Bird is $9.99. Delicately. Very nice vinyl. Looks unplayed. And the last one in here is Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, Roxy and Elsewhere, $34.99. 2 LP. 2 LP on the discreet label, $34.99. That was a great bin to start off back here in the back. Looks like we took a little chunk out. I'm going to go through the titles just one more time. If you need price or condition, let me know. And then right back here, we're going to do the ones behind it. And then we're going to do these next bins. And then the next bin. And then the next bin. And then the next bin. And then the next bin, and then the next bin, and then the next bin. It's pretty much an endless supply of records back here. I could be live for the next 12,000 hours showing you vinyl, and we wouldn't get through it all. Tanner says I sound like a broken record. Okay, next is now a break on Santana, $10. Which Santana was that? Caravansari? I will sell this to you for $15. That's the Quad VG Plus Caravansari. If you want that, VG Plus $15. Henry's Choice. Brian C. offered $30 for Zappa. Sold to Brian C. Ian wants the Bo Diddley, which was VG $22.99. Let's sell that. Bo Diddley's a twister, VG $22.99. Christopher Morris, the price on Loretta Lynn was VG Plus $12.99. VG Plus $12.99. Loretta Lynn writes them and sings them. All right. He says, wow, that's Seth Sass coming from Tanner. We can't fire Tanner, though. Seth's up front doing something. Seth, can you hear me? He said yes. Okay. So I can't talk bad about him. Your uncle's on wanting to buy a knife, just FYI. Okay. First, we have, let's read these titles, what's left. Whitney Houston, Near Mint in shrink wrap of Hop Sticker. Deep Purple, Made in Japan. Bad Company, Desolation Angels. Walter Egan, Not Shy. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Heart. The Cars, self-titled. Music Country, Country Music Compilation. Gene Cotton, live at Tennessee Tech. John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band. John Cougar, Fifth Dimension. Bob Seger, Captain and Tennille. The Knack, The Heavenly Kid soundtrack. Damn the Defiant. Also, Chicago Transit Authority. This is Edgar Winter Group, Gail Winters, Nancy and Lee Sinatra, Robin Trower, The Crusaders, Jefferson Airplane, Harry Chapin, Richie Havens, It's a Beautiful Day, Bob Dylan, Steppenwolf, Early in the Morning, Heart. Early in the Morning is Vanity Fair, by the way. That has their hit song, Hitchin' a Ride. Heart, Dog and Butterfly, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Charlie Bird, Loretta Lynn. Christopher, the last $12.99 Loretta Lynn I sold for $10. If you do the same, I'll sell that to you for $10, Christopher Morris. And let's go ahead and do a deal with Henry's Choice and sell him the Santana for $13. All right. Let's see here. Let's go through another crate. How ADHD are you able to complete this job? That's a compliment. I'm not really for sure, but it does take some focus. It takes a little bit of focus. And you got to be pretty fast to go through as many as I try to go through every night. If I was any slower, we would not be successful. You've got to go through a lot of records very fast. Patty Smith Group, Easter, to keep everybody interested. Patty Smith Group is $24.99. Patty Smith Group Easter, $24.99. That has the original inner sleeve. That also has the insert, $24.99. He said sold on Loretta Lynn for $10. The Everly Brothers, that's Born Yesterday with hype sticker, $14.99 gold stamp promo. And yes, Sean, none of our records, we're a rare record store. This is, nothing's in order except our new vinyl. Nothing's in order. There's thousands of records back here just in bins. Charlie Daniels Band, Windows, $24.99. Stephen, the Whitney Houston was near mint in shrink wrap with hype sticker, $59.99. Lou Reed Berlin, VG Plus, $17.99. Lou Reed Berlin, original orange RCA label, $17.99. Joe Walsh, recorded live. The actual name of the album is You Can't Argue with a Sick Mind. Near mint, $19.99. Steve Miller Band, Brave New World. This is a gatefold, awesome looking jacket, $24.99. And that's on the orange Capitol label. Very, very nice, $24.99. Some great albums back here. Wow. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Pendulum, EX, $32.99. By the way, these are all buy it now best offer. Chick Corea, Return to Forever. That's a 72 German pressing, $39.99. The Outlaws, Wanted, $24.99. That's Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Jesse Coulter, and Tom Paul Glasser. Vandenberg is $24.99. Vandenberg self-titled. And Special Ed. Special Ed from 1996, $9.99. Next is Barry Seagrave, said Steve Miller, $20. Sell that to Barry Seagrave for $20. Let's sell Gideon the Outlaws. Gideon Whedon on the Outlaws, if I can find it, for right here. That's for $20. And Brent Robley, the Vandenberg album, for $18. Stephen Fry, you said he'd give $35 for Whitney Houston. I can't quite do that. It's a really nice copy. I mean, just absolutely perfect. Shrink wrap and hype sticker, looks unplayed. Let me think about that. Who is asked about it? Stephen asked about it, $35 offer. Let me think about that. Carl DeLacy, you're second on the Outlaws, and Vandenberg's already sold. Ringo's Rotogravure, $24.99 for Ringo. As I find Beatles albums, I'm going to pull them out so we can get our Beatles being built back up. Rick Springfield is $14.99. George Duke, Liberated Fantasies. George Duke is $14.99. First Choice, Double Cross. First Choice, Double Cross, 12-inch single, $9.99. Donovan, Cosmic Wheels, $14.99. Aerosmith is in quad. Wow. Toys in the Attic, $99.99. Aerosmith Toys in the Attic. Quadraphonic Press, $99.99. That's cool. Mixed by Bobby G.J. Guttaradro, Body to Body Boogie, $19.99. Jefferson Starship, Winds of Change, $14.99. Justin Malden has got his nightly Roll Tide comment slipped in, $14.99 on that. Denise said WH, $30. Let me figure out what WH first. If that was for Whitney Houston, one, we already have a $35 offer, and two, I've got it marked for $60. Let me just lay that back there in pending. Now, was there another WH in here that I overlooked? I don't think I did. Tommy, The Who, $34.99. That's on Decca, which is the original label, $34.99. The Who, Tommy, very clean looking copy on Decca, the original label. Captain Beyond, this is a highly recommended album, $29.99. This is Captain Beyond, their self-titled album. It's a gold stamp promo, non-lenticular cover. It does have the original Capricorn inner sleeve, $29.99. Stephen Stills Manassas. Stephen Stills Manassas is $19.99. Brent Robley said he'd give $25 for Captain. That's sold to Brent Robley. Also Foster and Lloyd. Foster and Lloyd is $14.99. Foster and Lloyd. That's on RCA. Very clean looking copy. Generic inner sleeve, $14.99. All right, next is details on Special Ed. Special Ed is a 1996 pressing, $9.99. It is on, I don't know, Special Ed, self-titled. It's on the Special Ed label, printed and made in Canada. $9.99, Sean Netzel. Mark Lent wants to know Tommy condition. It looks like the cover was about VG or VG plus, and we have no condition notes on the vinyl. No condition notes on the vinyl. Cynthia said she'd give $10 for Jefferson Airplane, which is, nope, that was Jefferson Starship. JA was who? If you meant Jefferson Starship, that's a yes for $10. And I will show that in just a second. Heartbreaker free. Heartbreaker is $24.99. This is free as in Paul Rogers. Bad Company, Paul Rogers. Great album, $24.99. Come Together in the Morning. Great song. That's a really cool song. Come Together in the Morning by Free. $24.99. Charlie Rich, the entertainer. Charlie Rich is $9.99. And Cynthia said yes on Jefferson Starship. So Tanner, that is so to Cynthia. Cynthia, we got you. Oh, almost disconnected our hotspot. Make sure I didn't miss anything. What was the condition of Zapparoxy? David, that has already sold. That has already sold. Next, we have Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Now, what is this? $24.99. This is, wow, Breaktionary Volume 3. Break, Shun, Airy, Volume 3. It's a 2006 UK pressing, $24.99. Mark Lent, I'm going to sell you Tommy for $26. That's a fair offer. My best price on Whitney Houston is $45 for Stephen Fryu or anybody else. I will sell Whitney for $45. That is a top copy. It's pretty much just opened. The Sound of Music cast album, original Broadway cast, The Sound of Music, that's $19.99. If you're just hopping on, everything in here is buy it now, best offer. Rick Derringer, All-American Boy, Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. That's a 74 quad press, $34.99. Steven said yep on Whitney Houston, Tanner, for $45. Brent Robley was second. There's Rick Derringer. This looks odd. This is $9.99. Island Twins. Island Twins, $9.99. Marty Stewart. Marty Stewart. Busy Bee Cafe. Includes Johnny Cash, Doc and Merle Watson, and Earl Scruggs. That sounds good. $34.99. Don't get a lot of Marty Stewart records. That's on Sugar Hill. $34.99. That's cool. Craig Johnson on RD. That's Rick Derringer for $28. Sell that to Craig Johnson. And Brent Robley says he'll take Marty Stewart. That's sold to Brent Robley. Another Rick Derringer. Spring Fever featuring Hang On Sloopy Hype Sticker. $19.99 in shrink wrap. We also have All the Right Noises. All the Right Noises. Mad Rover. $9.99. Cream, Goodbye. Cream's third studio album. This is $34.99. Really nice looking jacket. It's an RSO label repress. Very nice though. EX Plus Near Mint Minus. Early Cream of Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, and Ginger Baker. This is $19.99. It's a Springboard compilation. $19.99. Look, Tanner has found another Whitney Houston. This one's not in shrink wrap of Hop Sticker. It does have a little bit of cover damage. I've got this one marked for $39.99. If anybody wants to buy it now or make an offer, there's another Whitney Houston. The vinyl's Near Mint Minus. Very clean vinyl. Does have that cover damage on the back. $39.99. This is Dick Tracy, Dirty Looks, and The Sound of Silence from 1982, $19.99. Brent offered $32 for Whitney. Sold to Brent Robley for $32. Melissa Manchester, Singing, $9.99 for Melissa Manchester. Jimi Hendrix and Otis Redding. This is $34.99. There is some water damage down here in the corner. No condition notes on the vinyl. Original label, very clean. $34.99, except for the cover. VG minus on the cover. Artie Johnson and his friends, You're on the Air. Artie Johnson's $14.99. Alice Cooper in shrink wrap and hop sticker, $29.99. How did this not sell the first time we showed it? Original inner sleeve, Near Mint Minus from the Wisconsin / Sandusky, Ohio collections, $29.99. Alice Cooper, Zipper Catches Skin in shrink wrap. Another one. Another Near Mint Alice Cooper record in shrink wrap, $26.99. Back-to-back Alice Coopers. The Pointer Sisters in shrink wrap with hop sticker, $12.99. This must have been around the time we were putting out so much shrink wrap and hop sticker, everybody was overwhelmed, or these should have sold. $12.99 on the Pointer Sisters. And the last record of this band, or this bin, is Easter House, Waiting for the Redbird. Easter House is $9.99. Looks like Brent's going to snap those Alice Coopers for $25 and $22. And then we're going to go ahead and sell the Pointer Sisters to Jeff for $8. I should have said 10, but I'll go ahead and sell it. So the back part of that bin got pretty much halfway wiped out. Let's run through those one more time. I'm going to read the titles. If you want prices, let me know. If you want condition, let me know. Or if you want to go ahead and make an offer, be my guest. And the first part of this bin that we've already been through, still great stuff left in here. Cars, Bad Company, Deep Purple, and also these were some records that was in this bin too. Actually, this bin started right here. So let me read through these titles. That was the first half. Here's the back half. Patti Smith Group, Easter, Everly Brothers, Born Yesterday, Charlie Daniels Band, Windows, Lou Reed Burley and Joe Walsh, You Can't Argue with a Sick Mind, Live, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Pendulum, Chick Corea, Return to Forever, Special Ed, Rick Springfield, Tao, George Duke, Liberated Fantasies. This was the first choice. Donovan, Aerosmith in Quad, mixed by Bobby DJ Guatro. Now, some of these 12-inch singles, I really don't know what's going on with the artist or track. It's, to me, kind of confusing. Some of y'all know what's going on them, but I just kind of read what I see on the label. If you want to see it, let me know. Stephen Stills, Manassas, Foster and Lloyd, Free, Heartbreaker. I even recommended it. No takers. Charlie Rich. This was the, Craig told us what this was. It's called Breaktionary 3, and he let us know the name of the DJ, and I have forgot who that was, but there it is again. The Sound of Music, and let me pause right there because we've got a couple claims or questions. How much on Chick Corea? Chick Corea was a 72 German pressing, $39.99. Very high quality German pressing on that, $39.99. Darren Davis offered 16 for Patti Smith. Sell that to Darren Davis for 16. Condition on RS. RS was Rick Springfield, maybe. Rick Springfield has no condition notes about a VG Plus, solid VG Plus cover on that. Next is pricing condition on Chick Corea. Near Mint, 72 German pressing. Also a nice cover, $39.99. Free price. Free was $24.99, I believe. Free Heartbreaker. This song here, I don't know. It's a deep cut, but you put on the track, come together in the morning. It's just, I don't know, just suits my ear. $24.99. How much was Foster and Lloyd for Tanya Jackson? Foster and Lloyd was $14.99, and that's from 1987, Foster and Lloyd. So we got right here to this record doing the recap, and this was called Island Twins. Ryan Kirkland says he'll take the free record. Free record is sold to Ryan Kirkland at Sticker. Tanya Jackson will take the Foster and Lloyd. Next was the Rick Derringer with the Hang On Sloopy hype sticker. Rick Derringer, that's also a quad pressing, by the way. So Rick Derringer was in the McCoys, which had the hit song from the 60s, Hang On Sloopy, Sloopy Hang On. This is a quad. This must be a rendition from his solo career. It's in quad and shrink wrap, $19.99. This is the Twice Shy, All the Right Noises, Cream, Early Cream, Dick Tracy, Melissa Manchester, Otis Redding, and Jimi Hendrix. One side's live Otis Redding, the other side's live Jimi Hendrix. I have one of those in my collection for sure. Artie Johnson and Easter House, Waiting for the Redbird. Next comment was how much on Deep Purple and the first box. You're referring to Deep Purple made in Japan. No condition notes, $39.99. It's a gatefold, and it is super nice vinyl. Kind of hard to find a mark on it. Next comment was Tanya got Foster and Lloyd, and break price. Break was also CCR LP jacket. See, Pendulum, the vinyl's EX. Nice jacket. Yes, very nice jacket. Very strong. Whoa, is that writing or is that part of the cover? 235 may be written on the back. If so, it looks like it's almost printed on those. So there that is. Colin, let me figure out what break was. Break was, must be one of these, Breaktionary, yes. That was $24.99. That is a 2006 UK press. And here it is. DJ Kubert, Breaktionary. It was originally $11.99 back in 2006. That's almost the equivalent of $25 today. Harry Morris, if you do not want Deep Purple for $32, I don't know if inflation's been that high, but it's got to be close. Deep Purple, made in Japan. If you don't want this for $32, we're going to sell it to Brent Robley. And Chris, the Toys in the Attic is $99.99. That's $100 less a penny. It's a quad mix. Pretty tough to get. $99.99. All right, that was our first two bins. Later on, I may go through this one very quickly because it was the first bin of the night and people were still hopping on. But we're going to shift right down, just like your virtual record shopping in the back of Coletco right now. Let's go through this bin. I have no idea what's in here. I just know this. When I was taking all these out of crates and filling all these up, I was just one great record after another I was selling or seeing. Now we're selling them. Colin Butler gets Breaktionary for $18. Here we go. This is John Renborn, The Lady and the Unicorn. He was a member of Pentangle. EX condition, $12.99. Jesse Winchester, A Touch of the Rainy Side. That's also EX, $12.99. Our Man Flynn, original motion picture score. That's VG plus $17.99. By the way, Harry Moore said sell it. So Brent, you did get the Deep Purple for $32. Frank Zappa, Chunga's Revenge. This is one of his more desirable albums, $34.99. Very clean vinyl, no condition notes. It's on the original label, $34.99 on Zappa, Chunga's Revenge. Roger McGuinn, Thunderbird. That's EX, $17.99. Brian Ligon offered $12 for Flint. You get Flint for $12. That's sold to Brian Ligon. Thin Lizzy Fighting, heavy cover damage up here. There's some cover damage here. It looks like something rubbed up against it. That is $29.99. It's a club pressing. Very nice vinyl, though. I remember this record. Very nice vinyl, $29.99. Jeff McMaster gets the Frank Zappa for $30. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Randy Newman, Trouble in Paradise. EX condition, $17.99. A little bit of water damage, it looks like, along the top. Wes Bruce and Lang, Why Don't You? $24.99. Wes Bruce and Lang. The Rolling Stones. Boy, this is a nice-looking jacket. And the original inner sleeve, EX condition, $27.99. This is a Stones compilation. They have several compilations. This is one of them. Brown Sugar, Tumbling Dice, Happy, Angie, It's Only Rock and Roll, Rip This Joint, great compilation. Spirit is VG copy for $9.99. Spirit, the family that plays together. This has their hit song, I Got a Line on You, written by Randy California. Also, Jay Ferguson was in this band. VG, $9.99. Barry Seagrave said he'd give $24 on the Stone. Sell that to Barry and Brent. We've already sold Zappa for $30. Jeff's already grabbed that for $30. We have, I don't know, Guy, VG Plus, $29.99. This is Guy on Uptown Records, a division of MCA. Shrink Wrap and Hop Sticker, $29.99. Guy, VG Plus, $29.99. Eric Clapton was here. VG condition, $14.99. Also a VG cover, it looks like. Clapton, $14.99. If you just joined us, these are all buy it now, best offer. All buy it now, best offer. Rydell Martin wants Guy. That's sold to Rydell Martin. Fire It Up, Rick James, $19.99. Ron Kirkland gets the Eric Clapton. Those are sold and sold. Rhythm of the World, Van McCoy. Van McCoy's VG Plus, $9.99. Douglas MacArthur, the General. This is a speech he gave to West Point, and this is a speech he gave at Congress, $19.99 on that. Next comment is Denise Whitney, 45. Both of the Whitney records are already sold. And Chris Gardner says he'll give $15 for Rick James. Sell that to Chris Gardner for $15. Jeff, it's already sold. Steve Kahn, The Blue Man, EX, $11.99. Guana Songs, Guana, EX, $12.99. Guana Songs, that's Rick Kuna. Kuna Songs, excuse me. That is EX, $12.99. John Haidt, the Tiki Bar is open. That's a New West record. White, green, split vinyl, $26.99. John Haidt, the Tiki Bar is open, $26.99. That is a colored vinyl exclusive. The Gospel According to Zeus, Rare Earth. This is $21.99. That is The Power of Zeus. It's on the Rare Earth label. Power of Zeus, The Gospel According to Zeus. And Paul has a note on the back, recommended, $21.99. Brent Robley said he'd give $20 for John Haidt. That's sold to him, and Jeff McMaster was second. Next is The Second Damnation. The artist is Damnation of Adam Blessing, $69.99. An original 1970 U.S. press, highly recommended Psych from Cleveland, Ohio, $69.99. That's The Second Damnation of Adam Blessing, $69.99. Also, The Last Words is 68 U.S. Stereo, $14.99. The Last Words. I always like this artwork. The Last Words is $14.99. And we have Corky Lang, Making It on the Streets. Corky Lane is a white label promo, $11.99. Catch the Wind, We 5, that's a 1970 white label promo. We 5 is on a white label promo, $9.99. And The Years of Crisis, The Sounds and Voices of the Men Who Shaped the World, 1933 to 1945, World War II era stuff, $14.99. What year is the John Hott that Brent Robley got earlier? Tanner's going to look right now. When you say something is quad pressing, well, you need a special player to take advantage of that. Yes, you need a quad player, and you need a quad system. You need a quad receiver, quad speakers, which is, you'll need at least 4 independent speakers, and you'll need a quad turntable to take full advantage of that. Now, there's some ways some loopholes in there, but I think if you want the full quad experience of Aerosmith, you need to have all those. Brent Robley, I will see the Crisis record for $10, yes. John Hott is a 2020 international release, UK, Europe, and US, 2020. Ulver, Kelvzanger, Kelvzanger, something like that. Limited edition blue and black vinyl. Ulver is $49.99. And that's blue with black smoke vinyl. So Jeff McMaster, he was second. Brent doesn't need to put it back. He just needs to give it to Jeff. So Jeff is getting that for $20. He was second on that. Brent got Crisis for $10. And Joe Maynard, the original on John Hott, is 2001. John Hott originally came out in 2001, evidently. Rastus, Steeman. Rastus is $16.99. Rastus is $16.99. Tommy Bolin, Private Eyes, $19.99. Tommy Bolin, Private Eyes. This has the original inner sleeve with it. Tommy Bolin is $19.99. Philip Shoemaker says Last Word, $10. That was this right here. Yes, I really like that artwork. That is sold to Philip Shoemaker for $10. Sell James Bragg Ulver for $40. Those are both sold and sold. Experience Unlimited. This is actually a Vinyl Me Please. It's on bronze vinyl. Experience Unlimited from Vinyl Me Please, $29.99. $29.99. Damnation is still available. Nope, it's still available. The Magnificent Men, Better Than a 10-Cent Movie. That's $12.99 for The Magnificent Men. Pez Band is a white label promo. Pez Band is $14.99. White label promo, Pez Band, Laughing in the Dark. Also, Jelly Roll Morton, The Complete, Volume 1 and Volume 2, 1926 to 1927. That's a 1979 French pressing, $14.99. The Damnation of Adam Blessing was $69.99. $69.99. $69.99. Sean Phillips, Transcendence. Sean Phillips is $12.99. Also, John Mayer, The Search for Everything. John Mayer is $26.99. I don't know if that's in print because when I did a big restock on John Mayer, I ordered one of everything, and I don't remember having that one. It's slightly used, $26.99. Audience, The House on the Hill. Audience is $14.99. Paul also has a note. This is an underrated band. $14.99. Ryan Kirkland is on John Mayer. We have Secrets, Joan Armatrading. Secrets, Joan Armatrading, $14.99. Paul posted another video from his collection. I encourage everybody to go watch it. I'm in the process of making mine that I'm probably going to post on Sunday. So me and him's kind of doing series where we're sharing records from our personal collection. Next, we just got to get Seth to do one. Right, Seth? Seth's going to make a video about his personal collection. Everybody would love to see that. And then Doug, and then Ed, and then John, and then Tanner. Tanner's got an incredible collection of records. It would blow your mind. Ryan Kirkland got John Mayer. Greg wants one or all of Five Finger Death Punch. One or all. I like the word all better. Put down Greg Rogers for all of the Five Finger Death Punch albums he can get. Oh, the first 3 albums. Okay, my bad. I thought he wanted all of them. The first 3. Greg, I will take care of you on that. Next is Brent Robley. He said he'd give $55 for The Damnation of Adam Blessing. Sell that to Brent Robley for $55. And yes, this is part 2. If you're just tuning in, we are live. Les Hooper, Dorian Blue, $11.99. If you watch Paul's collection, you're going to see a lot of stuff probably you don't know about that you're really going to like. If you watch my collection, you're going to see a lot of pop culture, movie, TV-related records, classic rock in near mint condition, And then sometimes I go off the beaten path, but I'm kind of, I like oddity stuff, pop culture records, political records, TV records. But yeah, I'll have another batch to show you for mine. What I'm going to do is just make videos of new stuff I'm adding every week, stuff I've bought from the store and stuff that has been in my collection for a while. Eventually, I'm going to get stuff that's been in my collection, but right now, I add so much every week that I buy here from the store that it's almost a whole video every week. So, Ulver, Bergat, another Ulver record. This one's $59.99, Milky Clear Vinyl from 2019. James Bragg, there's another Ulver. Next is Luther Vandross, Never Too Much, $19.99. And Rick Derringer, there's All American Boy. That's a non-quad pressing. Has the hit song Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, if I can spit it out. VG Plus condition, $11.99. Do you have a Rush Greatest Hits? Rush kind of has the greatest hits. It's called Icon, but no, it's not in print. And second, I don't recommend Rush Greatest Hits. I recommend you to buy all of their albums and listen to them in their entirety. But no, they don't have a greatest hits. I recommend Rush is kind of like Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd. It's really hard for them to make a greatest hits. Everything's meant to be listened to as entire albums. But Clint, there is one. It's called Icon, but we do not have it. All right, we have Rick Derringer, 8, and then Ryan Kirkland said he would take it as sticker, and then Barry offered 10. So here's what's going to happen. Brent, you were first to claim it, but Ryan was going to claim it at sticker price. So if you don't want it at sticker, then it's sold to Ryan Kirkland. So Brent gets that as sticker. If not, it's sold to Ryan. Jeff was third. James Bragg said 48 on Ulver. James, I had this one priced a little bit more at 59. I think the other one was 49, and I sold it to you for 40. How about this one's 59? I'll sell it to you for 50. I'll sell that to you for 50. Make it an even $10 off on those. Rydell Martin said Luther Vandross for 15. Sell that to Rydell Martin for 15. Barry Seagrave was 4th. Rick Haney also claimed Luther at sticker price. That's okay. I shot myself in the foot on that one. We'll go ahead and sell it to Rydell for 15. Rick Haney was next, paying full price. I need a pack of those Big Fudge outer sleeves made especially for gatefold albums. They cover the inside outfold. I think we have some of those in stock. Do we have gatefold sleeves in stock? I don't think we do. Tanner says no. Daniel, I might have to order you some. Brent said he will take that as stickered. And Ryan Kirkland, you were second, and James Bragg said sold on Ulver for $50. I do have another foot to shoot. I do. I'm on one foot. Next record is Share the Land. The Guess Who? This is in VG condition, $9.99. And the Spencer Davis Group, I'm a Man, with Steve Winwood. There he is. Does have some writing on the cover. That's VG Plus $14.99. Rydell says, let Rick have the Luther Vandross. So Rick Haney, you're going to get the Luther Vandross, I guess, and I will sell it to you for $15 as well. Spencer Davis Group, I'm a Man, Steve Winwood. That's VG Plus $14.99. Let me read through those one more time. While we're back here with the supplies, I guess I can show you a few things, especially our Big Fudge sleeves and our Big Fudge inner sleeves. And I guess that's all I got back here right now. I got a cassette deck header. Somebody's been buying my Levi Garrett signs. I would show them to y'all if they were easy to ship, but they're not easy to ship, so I'm not going to show them to y'all. I got some original Levi Garrett tobacco signs back here, though. Some vintage radios, an old red phone, like Batman used, an original. Okay, so Brent says gives Rick Derringer to Ryan. I have lag empathy. All right, so we need to change Rick Derringer to Ryan Kirkland. Ryan Kirkland, you're going to get the Rick Derringer. Vinyl style, inner sleeves, $23.99, pack of 50. Sound sleeves, pack of 50, $23.99. MoFi inner sleeves, MoFi brand, pack of 50, $29.99. Big Fudge inner sleeves, $23.99. And Big Fudge outer sleeves, $29.99. So those are very good outer sleeves, $29.99. So for $29.99, you can have a pack of 100 outers, a pack of 50 MoFi inners, and then we got 3 other brands of inners, Big Fudge, Sound Sleeves from Bags Unlimited, and Vinyl Style. Those are all $23.99. Here's what's left in this bin. If you need prices, let me know. John Renborn, Jesse Winchester, Roger McGuinn, Thin Lizzy Fighting, Randy Newman, Wes Bruce and Lang, Spirit, Van McCoy, Douglas MacArthur, Steve Kahn, The Power of Zeus, Quana Songs, Corky Lang, We Five, Rastus, Tommy Bolin, great guitar album, Experience Unlimited from Vinyl Me Please, The Magnificent Men, Pez Band, Jelly Roll Morton, Sean Phillips, Audience, Les Hooper, Joan Armour Trading, The Guess Who, Spencer Davis Band. Stephen Young wants a pack of outer, and he wants a pack of the cheapest inner sleeves. And so I'll give you a pack of, I actually like these here, these sound sleeves. Or actually, we'll give you vinyl style that matches your sleeves, that matches your outers. Those are $23.99. So give those to Stephen Young. Stephen Young. Clay Moore wants vinyl style inners, which are Tanner on the shelf. Tanner will pull you a pack. And we have, what's the Van McCoy record? The Van McCoy record was called Rhythm of the World. That's VG plus $9.99. Hot in the Shade. We were talking about Kiss records that are not in print. Kiss Hot in the Shade is not in print. It's not even not in stock, and you can't even back order it. That album is not in production. Colin Butler wants Van McCoy. So you cannot get Hot in the Shade right now. It's only, they repressed that 10 years ago, and I think that was it. It hadn't been pressed since then. Okay, let's go through the back part of this bin. These are all buy it now best offer. If you're just joining us, we're in the back. Jackson Brown, running on empty, $19.99 for Jackson Brown. Tommy Yamashita. I feel like I'm mispronouncing that. Stomu. No, I'm really mispronouncing. Who is this? Yamashita, Winwood, and Shreve. Wow, is Steve Winwood on here? He is. $19.99. That is Steve Winwood, yeah. I don't know if, and Michael Shreve. That's $19.99. Clive Stardust. Sarstedt. Boy, we got some weird names. $9.99. Quincy Jones presents Ernie Watts. Chariots of Fire. Chariots of Fire. $14.99 by Ernie Watts. Dancing in Heaven. Orbital Bebop. Mexican import. $9.99. Annette's Beach Party. Music from the international film. 1963 mono, incredibly clean. Annette is $34.99. Colin Butler is going to pass on McCoy. Grand Funk Survival, Shrink Wrap, Hop Sticker, with the photos, EX on the vinyl, $22.99. Surprised no one's grabbed that Shrink Wrap and Hop Sticker. Here's another copy of The Who. This is also a Decca pressing with the booklet. EX condition, $36.99. Johnny Beecher, Saks Fifth Avenue, that's VG plus $16.99. John Sebastian Songbook, Volume 1. John Sebastian is featured in the Woodstock movie singing Younger Generation. That is VG plus $11.99. Badfinger, No Dice. Badfinger, No Dice is VG plus $24.99. Henry's Choice wants the Grand Funk that was in Shrink Wrap and Hop Sticker. That's sold to Henry's Choice. We're going to put back the Van McCoy. If anybody wants Van McCoy, he was VG Plus for $9.99. Bryce Culver offered $27 for Tommy. That's sold to Bryce Culver. The Incredible String Band, The Hangman's Beautiful Daughter. That's VG Plus $14.99. Paul has a note on the back. Excellent album with lyric sheet. The Incredible String Band, VG Plus $14.99. This is called Super Rock. It's a 3LP rock compilation from Columbia. That is EX $24.99. Colin Butler said he'd give 10 on the string band. Sell that to Colin Butler for 10. Joe Henderson, multiple. Joe Henderson is VG plus $99.99. It has some clicks on the run-in on both sides. Outside of that, it plays great. It is a promo. It's been ultrasonically clean. That's Joe Henderson, multiple, $99.99. The Poppers, Ellis Island. The Poppers is EX $21.99. Bob Dylan Saved. Bob Dylan Saved in 1985 U.S. Press, $24.99. Also has the original inner sleeve, super clean vinyl, $24.99. Robbie Peart, Jumpin' in Nigel. Nude Bathing, a rare 1978 Jamaican import. That's reggae, EX condition, $79.99. Ornette Coleman and Prime Time. Virgin Beauty. Ornette Coleman is EX $19.99. Gold stamp promo, and the sleeve has some damage. Heads, Hands, and Feet. Old Soldiers Never Die. VG plus $9.99. Brent Robley offered $18 for Dylan. Sell that to Brent for $18. Billy Preston, I Wrote a Simple Song. 71 Monarch. VG plus $17.99. The Best of Herbie Hancock. I found a Herbie Hancock autograph last night. The Best of Herbie Hancock. EX $24.99. EX $24.99. Herbie Hancock, Speak Like a Child. VG Plus, $59.99. The beginning of side 2 has some clicks, otherwise plays great. It's a 68 US first press, ultrasonically clean. Herbie Hancock is VG Plus, $59.99. The Trogs, the OG Wild Thing. Wild Thing is good, $9.99. That is G condition. Wild Thing, $9.99. And Kiss, $39.99. First label, PRC press. Sides 1 and 3 are EX Plus, Near Mint Minus, EX Plus. And side 4 is VG, $39.99. Dr. Hook, Sloppy Seconds, EX $17.99. And Baby, we sold a copy of this last night. Baby is sealed for $9.99. Stephen A. Young was first to the Trogs. Christopher Morris, you were second. We have Baby, also Liquid, Successive Reflexes, a 1981 US press, $54.99. The Damned, which is an original motion picture soundtrack, white label promo, $19.99. Where the Boys Are soundtrack, this is sealed. It's $17.99. Hop sticker says contains performances by Rick Derringer, Lisa Hartman, The Rockets, and Sparks. Sparks is on there. Bryce Culver said 6 on Baby. Sell this to Bryce Culver for $6. Craig says 37 on Liquid. Let's make that 45. Bryce Culver also said he would give 12 on Where the Boys Are. Sell that to Bryce Culver for 12. Liquid is pending for 45. Condition. Looks like a little bit of wear along the bottom. No condition notes on the vinyl. Very nice. It does look like there's some water damage on the bottom of the cover. Other than that, nothing. It looks like maybe it was somewhere where the bottom of it got wet. The vinyl's super clean. EX Plus, Near Mint Minus. Craig, you can have it for 45. If not, Rod L. Martin wants it. All you guys say is yes or no, or sold or pass. The Suns, Follow Your Heart. The Suns is Jazz Rock, $16.99. Also, Crystal Green, Rainbow, featuring Will Boulware. That's $14.99, featuring Steve Gadd and Eric Gale, $14.99. Dragon is $9.99, white label promo. Joey Wilson, Going Up. Joey Wilson's $11.99. Party Boys, Foxy. Party Boys is $11.99. And Live Wire is $9.99. So the Joe Henderson, one more time. Will do. Joe Henderson, let's take a look at the actual vinyl. There's the label. The label is marked promo copy, not for sale. Promotional copy, not for sale. And the actual specific notes is some clicks on run-in on both sides. So when you drop the needle, it's going to have some clicks until the music starts. Outside of that, it plays great. It is a promo copy. We have ultrasonically cleaned it. It looks like it was at a radio station. There's a lot of notes, like it looks like they had, or somebody was reviewing it. I mean, there's notes all over it, and it has some tape. It was probably at a radio station. Yeah, WBRU FM. Definitely at a radio station. $99.99 VG Plus condition overall. So the vinyl overall is VG Plus condition. So let me go back to where that bin started, which was right here with Jackson Browne. Let me read the titles. If you need any questions or prices, just let me know. We've already been through 4 bins, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 56. We got about 78 more bins to go through, okay? Hope everybody can stay awake till 9 a.m. We got about 78 more of these to go through. Jackson Browne running on empty. This cover condition is a VG/VG Plus. That's because it just shows some shelf wear, but it's not totally worn. There is a rubber stamp name on the back. Sam Gamble Jr. owned that in Louisville, Kentucky at one time. Find some Beatles. They're in the back. They're unprocessed and ready to be priced, John. Now, there could be one pop up any minute, but I'm going to blow your mind. I can even go show them to you if I need to roll the cart back there. But John, I think, has condensed all of our Beatles albums into about 16. He either said 16 or 26 crates of Beatles albums. There's a bunch. You've seen them the day you were here. There's a bunch back there. Clive Sarsdet, Ernie Watts, Dancing in Heaven, Orbital Bebop, Annette's Beach Party, Johnny Beecher, John Sebastian, Badfinger, Super Rock, Joe Henderson, The Poppers, Robbie Peart, Ornette Coleman, Heads, Hands, and Feet, Billy Preston, Herbie Hancock, and David Hoy wants to see the label on Herbie Hancock. It's a little bit tougher to get to, but I can do it. It is on Blue Note. I see Van Gelder in the Dead Wax. That's always a good sign. This is Speak Like a Child, and the notes on this one was beginning of side 2 has some clicks, otherwise plays great. 68 US first label, ultrasonically cleaned. Overall, a VG Plus, $59.99. Well, I know one thing, it's hot back here. Herbie Hancock. We still got Kiss, Dr. Hook, The Damned, The Sons, Crystal Green, Dragon, Joey Wilson, Party Boys, and Live Wire. Let's go to the next bin, which is right over here. Kevin Kubina said he'd give $36 for Kiss Live. Kevin, I will sell that to you for $35 if you want it. $35 on Kiss Alive. Here's our next bin. Let's see what's in here. I have no idea. We're just going right down the line. Next is, let's take a peek at this back. We'll put Creedence up front here. We'll show that in just a second. I'm waiting on some weird metal. Tanner's got some stuff pulled for you, Josh. Josh is always wanting weird metal every night, and I try my best to bring it to him. Weird metal is not too common, though. It's kind of like very tough to find. Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. Spirit is $19.99. Sons of Spirit, that one's from that collection, Shrink Wrap and Hop Sticker, Son of Spirit. Very nice copy, $19.99 on that. Jefferson Airplane, Crown of Creation. Now, that's one we don't see as often. $24.99. Yes, Craig does get liquid. He got liquid. Crown of Creation. The Mothers, Fillmore East, that's $24.99. The Mothers, Fillmore East, June 71, $24.99 on that. Jump Up, Calypso, Harry Belafonte, that's $9.99. That has the song Jump in the Line. We all know that one. Jump in the Line, $9.99, almost like a cha-cha song. Let's see here, $14.99 for Stomu Yamashita, Co-Live from Paris. That's the other record we had earlier that had Steve Winwood on it. I don't know if that one does, but $14.99. The Great Hits of Hank Williams, $19.99. The Great Hits of Hank Williams, and The Best of Fame. The Best of Fame is sealed, $24.99. The Best of Fame sealed, $24.99. Jerry Lee Lewis High-Heeled Sneakers, $9.99. Somebody wanted to know the tracks on Super Rock. Now, Henry's, I can't read you all 3 LPs, but I will open it up and try to give you a sample. Super Rock from Columbia. It's going to be Columbia artist. It's going to be Columbia artist compilations, but let's see here. Birthday, Hush, Fire, Don't Tell the Artist. Yummy, 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 Build Me Up, Buttercup, I Started a Joke. That's the Beach Boys. Turn Around, Look at Me. Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Both Sides Now. That's Judy Collins. Sweet Blindness, Eleanor, A Minute of Your Time, 1, 2, 3, Red Light, Revolution, and Susie Q. That's Korean. Let's see if there's a sheet or anything with it. No. Boy, they don't list the artists, just the title songs. They didn't do much work on the labels here. Let's see what does on this one. I Heard It Through the Grapevine. That could be a lot of people. I Met Her in Church, Over You. Anyone Who Had a Heart, You Keep Me Hanging On. That's probably Vanilla Fudge. Penny Lane. I doubt that's the Beatles on here, but it may be. Light My Fire. That's the Doors and Lily the Pink. This side has Those Were the Days. That's Cream. Eleanor Rigby, Yellow Submarine. Wow. That is weird that there's Beatles songs on here. Stay in the Corner. Harper Valley PTA. I Got to Get a Message to You. And Street Fighting Man. I don't know. That's weird. There's some artists on here. If those are actually Stones and Beatles songs, that's kind of odd. It is from Columbia Musical Treasury. Super Rock 3LP compilation. If anybody wants that, it's available. I'm kind of curious if those are actual Beatles songs on a Columbia compilation. Okay, next, and that was EX Condition, $24.99. Kevin says he will do $35 on Kiss. Kevin Kubina gets Kiss for $35. Next is the Best of Gene Krupa. That's $19.99. That's EX Condition, $24.99 on the Super Rock box set. Dionne Warwick, Friends. Dionne Warwick is $12.99. Sebastian Cabot, or Cabot, I think that's Cabot. Actor, Bob Dylan Poet, in shrink wrap, $19.99. If Henry's Choice doesn't want Super Rock, sell it to Ryan Kirkland. So if Henry's Choice passes, that's sold to Ryan Kirkland. Jethro Tull, Near Mint in Shrink Wrap, War Child, $19.99. Original label. Very nice copy of War Child. I know we have it every night, but that is Near Mint in Shrink Wrap. Ah, the classic Strawberry Alarm Clock, Incense and Peppermints. This is VG minus. VG minus for $19.99. That's a well-loved record there. The Beach Boys MIU album, VG for $9.99. Laura Nero, More Than a New Discovery. Laura Nero is VG, $29.99. 67 mono. Edward Bear. Edward Bear is VG plus $14.99. Includes Last Song, Fly Across the Sea, and Masquerade. VG plus. Henry says, give me 1 second. Henry is pending on the Super Rock box. Carney, Leon Russell, EX Condition, $17.99. The Kinks, Power Man, Lola, Versus, and The Money Garooned. That is a 1970 Terre Haute VG Condition, $24.99. $24.99. Ted Nugent's Amboy Dukes, Tooth Fang. That's VG, $14.99. Amboy Dukes, Tooth Fang. That's Tooth and Claw, excuse me. Tooth, Fang, and Claw, VG, $14.99. Clint, I never did ask your question about Rush. Rush, if you're looking for a Rush Greatest Hits, Moving Pictures is a great start because side 1 has Tom Sawyer, Red Pargetta, YYZ, and Limelight. So that's a great start. Entire side 1 is like a Rush Greatest Hits. I have those in stock. They're $36.99. But if you want the rest of the Rush catalog, there's a lot not available. But if you want the early stuff, which you're probably looking for, they're available. And that's Rush self-titled, Fly By Night, Caress of Steel, 2112, Permanent Waves, Moving Pictures, Hemispheres, all those albums we have in stock. Signals, we have them all in stock. Most of them are $36 and $39.99. But we do have Moving Pictures. It's a 180-gram remaster, $36.99. Christopher Morris said 25 on Strawberry Alarm Clock. Christopher Morris, Strawberry Alarm Clock. That was right here. Sell that to Christopher Morris for 25. Craig Johnson said he'd give 45 on the Herbie Hancock that was back here. I'm assuming you're offering 45 on this Herbie Hancock, Speak Like a Child. 45. I am going to sell this to Craig Johnson for $45. I don't think David Hoy wanted it. If he decides he does, but got to start somewhere. Moving Pictures sold. Clint Howard needs a Moving Pictures out of the Rush bin. We can get it for him. If anybody else wants one, let me know. Where did we get to? We're going through this crate right here. Boston, Third Stage, EX $32.99. Kiss Alive has already sold. Frank Zappa, Ship Arriving Too Late to Save a Drowning Witch, $24.99 on Zappa. Golden Earring Moontan is $34.99. And Kinda Kinks is $19.99. Kinda Kinks, that's on the Marble Arch label. Kinda Kinks is $19.99. Good to Be Alive, John Baldry. John Baldry's $19.99. And Blood Rock 2. This has DOA on it. Blood Rock 2. Actually a nice looking jacket for the way these normally look. $19.99. So we need to get a Moving Pictures for Clint Howard. We'll do that. If anybody else wants a copy of Moving Pictures, let me know. Chris Ferrara said Zappa $19.99. We're going to sell that to Chris for $19.99. Country Joe and the Fish. Electric Music for the Mind and Body. Another really nice jacket for one that's kind of usually trashed. Nice vinyl too. $24.99. Stephen A. Young wants the Blood Rock. That's sold to Stephen A. Young. Next is Lay a Little Love on Me, Robin McNamara, $9.99 on that. Netherlands, Dan Fogelberg. Netherlands is $9.99. Songs for Beginners, Graham Nash. It has Poster, the First Family of New Rock, hype sticker on it. This looks like a foreign pressing. It is. It's German. It's $14.99. $14.99. German pressing, Graham Nash, $14.99. The Mini Moods of Belafonte, $9.99. Harry Belafonte, $9.99. Loggins and Messina is also $9.99. Loggins and Messina. Bark, Jefferson Airplane, $19.99 on Jefferson Airplane. Gravy Train from 1970, $79.99. Gravy Train, self-titled, $79.99. Blood Rock, another one. This one's called Whirling Tongues. That's in shrink wrap. Blood Rock's $19.99. Sean Phillips, Collaboration. Sean Phillips is also $19.99. If you just joined us, these are all buy it now, best offer. Got Live if you want it. The Rolling Stones, just $22.99. It's a VG Plus condition. Blue London label, VG Plus condition, $22.99. Debbie Harry, aka Blondie, Cuckoo, VG Plus, $12.99. The Crusaders, the Second Crusade, VG Plus, $14.99 on the Crusaders. Tommy James and the Shondells, Hanky Panky, VG Plus, $14.99 for Hanky Panky. Hall & Oates, bigger than both of us, that's EX, $17.99. Kiss Double Platinum, a 78 Santa Maria press, $54.99. And no, this does not have the insert with it. Double Platinum, $54.99. No condition notes on the vinyl, though. And Willie Nelson Stardust is VG Plus, $16.99. VG Plus, $16.99 on Willie Nelson Stardust. Speaking of Kiss, we got an extensive waiting list going on this. Kiss Psycho Circus came back into stock this week. If anybody wants on that waiting list, right now they're $49.99. And that could go down. So you can definitely lock in one for $49.99. If I get more, that's New and Steel Psycho Circus. As of 7 o'clock, there is only one copy on Discogs for $212.90. And that was not in the United States, which I don't buy a lot overseas because shipping can get sketchy. Okay, Barry Seagrave says he will give $50 for Kiss. We're going to sell that to Barry Seagrave for $50. And Tony Riddle says he wants on the Psycho Circus waiting list. Also, make sure Felix Quintanilla is on there as well. Make sure Felix Quintanilla is on that. All right, I'm going to read. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and go to the next bin. So that way we can go through a lot more. While I'm doing that, let me condense this one back here so I can shift around some records so I can show these a little bit easier. Looks like we've already wiped out a couple bins back here. Let me move these down. If you were waiting to see anything in here again, just ask me, because now I'm going to shift these down so I can go through these, because there was a lot left in this bin, and that way I can go through this back bin a lot easier. So we're going to continue with this bin. I know we're definitely going to go through this one, and then we might go through at least one more, but it is getting close to 11 o'clock, but we still have over 100 people watching. So as long as y'all still stay on and we're still selling records, we might can go through 2 or 3 more, counting this one. So first, let's just go from the front and work our way back. We have Creedence Clearwater, Green River. This is VG, $17.99. Henry's going to pass, so yes, we got that to the right person. Green River, or excuse me, Bayou Country. Bayou Country, VG condition, $17.99. England Dan and John Ford Coley, Dowdy Ferry Road. This is $9.99. No condition notes on that. Dave Edmunds, Information. Dave Edmunds is $14.99. Also, Dave Edmunds Twangin', $9.99. It does have a stain, very noticeable stain on the back. How about a third Dave Edmunds? Dave Edmunds Get It, $19.99. Rick Springfield, Success Hadn't Spoiled Me Yet, $14.99. The Turtles, this is Turtle Soup, $19.99 on the Turtles, Turtle Soup. Doug Kershaw, Spanish Moss, $19.99 on Doug Kershaw. Dolo Coker, California Hard with Art Pepper, Blue Mitchell, Leroy Vangar, and Frank Butler. I think that's Vangar. I think I just had a sandwich on my mind. I always put vinegar on my sandwich at Jersey Mike's, right, Tanner? Tanner said correct. Quincy Jones, Body Heat. Quincy Jones is $19.99. Looks like we got some kind of Japanese record here. UFO? What is this? The artist is Pink Lady. The name of the album is UFO, VG Plus, $14.99. Mike Locke said he'd give 8 on something. That was Rick Springfield. Mike, I will sell that to you for $10. That is $5 off on Rick Springfield. If you want it, just say sold. 24 of Hank Williams' Greatest Hits, $29.99 on that. Louder Milk, just passing through. Louder Milk is $9.99. The White Lady Badger, $9.99. Mike Locke says he's good for $10 on Rick Springfield. Sell that to Mike for $10. Stanley Turrentine, Straight Ahead. Stanley Turrentine is $14.99. Raggedy Ann and Andy, Happiness Album. That's a picture disc, $19.99. The whole Burbank catalog, that's another Warner Brothers compilation, $22.99. The whole Burbank catalog. Lone Ranger, Walter Carlos, Ry Cooder, Bonnie Raitt, Jack Elliott, Kenny Young, Arlo Guthrie. There's always a wide variety of music on these. And this one, if I can pull it out. Boy, don't want to pull it. There we go. This is Manhattan Merry-Go-Round, Faces, Malo, Fleetwood Mac, Jethro Tull, Alice Cooper. Mostly and always United or Warner Brothers artist on that. Dolo Info again. Dolo. Let me figure out where Dolo was. Dolo was Dolo. Dolo Coker, California Hard is $24.99. That is on the Xanadu label, 142. Near Mint, $24.99. Ron Duffield says he wants the Louder Milk. That's sold to Ron Duffield. Here's another Spirit. Boy, we got a lot of Spirit albums. VG, $9.99. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, their first album. EX Condition, $17.99. Gatefold, and the original label, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, $17.99. Stephen Fryu, I will sell you Dolo for $18. Add $3 to that, and I will sell you Dolo. Also, I can't keep up with these. I got to start putting them at the front. Sell that to possibly to Stephen for $18. Barry Seagrave, he said yep, so sell that to Stephen for $18. Next is Barry Seagrave on Spirit and Kevin Kubina on Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Those are both sold. More Clementines. Chase Dreams, Not Cash. VG Plus, $14.99. Colored vinyl. Wanda Jackson in person. Recorded at Mr. Lucky's, Phoenix, Arizona. VG Plus, $16.99. Great science fiction film music. Boy, look at that cover. Great science fiction film music. EX Condition, $26.99. This is Phase 4 stereo, which is not quadraphonic, but I think it's usually something pretty close to that. Look at all those. That's a wicked cover. $26.99. The classic, Allman Brothers Eat a Peach. VG Plus, $21.99. Pablo Live, not Pablo Cruz. That's the label. This is Montrose 77 with the Count Basie Big Band. EX, $11.99. Sorry, it's not Pablo Cruz. Mark Lent wants to know the Wanda Jackson condition. Wanda Jackson was VG Plus, $16.99. It is on the yellow Target Capital label. Jeff said he'd give $20 for Sci-Fi. Sell that to Jeff McMaster for $20. And Ryan Kirkland wants the Allman Brothers. Those are both sold and sold. $20 and sticker. Emerson, Lake and Palmer is VG Plus, $14.99. Billy Cobham, Total Eclipse. That's in shrink wrap. VG Plus, $14.99. The Humble Bums. The Humble Bums is EX, $12.99. That's Jerry Rafferty and Billy Connolly, the Humble Bums. It has a promo sticker on the front. East West, the Butterfield Blues Band. VG, $14.99. That's a 66 Monarch. Jeff McMaster said BC for $11. Billy Cobham, sell that to Jeff McMaster for $11. Brand X, Unorthodox Behavior. Brand X is VG Plus, $14.99. Tangerine Dream, Exit. Tangerine Dream is VG Plus, $16.99. Angel, Live Without a Net. Angel is EX, $21.99. Craig Johnson wants Brand X. That's sold to Craig Johnson. The Loved Ones, Keep Your Heart. It looks like it's autographed. It is a 2006 black vinyl. It's Punk, signed by the front man. It is VG Plus to EX, $69.99. The Who, great compilation. Meaty Bitty Big and Bouncy. This is the MCA version. VG Condition, $16.99. The original motion picture score to Patton. Patton, that's VG Plus, $14.99. Larry Coryell and the Brubeck Brothers, Better Than Live. Larry Coryell is VG Plus for $9.99. We have an offer on Angel and a claim on Angel. So Ron Duffield, you can have Angel for $21.99. If you pass, then it's sold to Joe Sloop for $21.99. But you have dibs, even though you made an offer, if you want it for sticker. Isley Brothers Showdown, EX, $16.99. Firefall, self-titled. Firefall is VG Plus, $9.99. And Cosmos Factory, CCR, that's EX, $31.99. EX, $31.99. Cosmos Factory. Very clean vinyl. Very, very clean vinyl. EX. Arlo Guthrie, Hobo's Lullaby. VG Plus, $9.99. Joe Glazer sings Charlie Bird on guitar, Down in a Coal Mine. VG Plus, $14.99. Cat Stevens, Teaser and the Firecat. That's VG for $9.99. Slade, Play It Loud. Slade is VG Plus, $26.99. It's a 1970 U.S. press. It does have some cover damage. And we have the Whackers. The Whackers Shredder. EX, $12.99. White label promo. And here's another copy of The Suns, Follow Your Heart. VG Plus, $9.99. If anybody wants any other information on anything in there, let me know. They're all still available. Ron's going to let us know if he wants Angel for sticker. If not, it's sold to Joe Sloop. We had Wanda Jackson, CCR, England Dan, and John Ford Coley. Dave Edmonds, The Turtles, Doug Kershaw, Quincy Jones, Pink Lady, Hank Williams Sr., White Lady, Stanley Turrentine, Raggedy Ann, the Burbank compilation, More Clementines, Count Basie, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, The Humble Buns, Butterfield Blues Band, Tangerine Dream, The Loved Ones, The Who, Patton Score, Larry Coryell, Isleys, Firefall, CCR again, Arlo Guthrie, Joe Glazer, Cat Stevens, Slade, the Whackers, and the Suns. Kara said 7 for CS. 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 Cat Stevens. That's so for $7 to Kara. Ron Duffield said he will take the Angel at full price. And we have Stanley Turrentine, a request for the price. Stanley Turrentine was, let me find them, right in here, I thought. Stanley Turrentine was $14.99. No condition notes on that one. Also of George Benson, Ron Carter, Les McCann, and Jimmy Smith. Wow. Lily McCurry wants Humble and Larry. Humble and Larry. There's the Humble Bums. And she also wants the Larry Coryell. And did I sell Greg Raleigh last night? I think that's still available. I think that's still available. All right, moving on to the next bin. Jetstream says, I'll take it, which was Stanley Turrentine. All right, I'm going to move all these down so I get my platform built. Let's go through this bin. I'll keep going. I'm going to go through at least one more. You're still buying. We actually have gained some viewers. Joe Hawkins, Angel has already sold. Angel has already sold. Yeah, let me see one of. I'll see. Let me take a couple. I'll take a few at a time. Tanner's pulled out some odds and ends here. First, we have Danzig. Danzig sings Elvis. Danzig's on purple vinyl, $29.99. $29.99. Danzig sings Elvis. This is artist. This runs on Blood. 2007 hardcore. Clear vinyl with CD and poster. This runs on Blood. $14.99. And Agnostic Front, Victim in Pain. Agnostic Front is a 2009 remaster, $54.99. Agnostic Front, $54.99. There's a few hardcore odds and ends. Rich Recor said he'd give $25 for Danzig. Sold to Rich Recor. More 45s this week. If I can work on some tonight, then yes. Next, we have Charlie Daniels Hotel. It's actually called Homesick Heroes, $24.99. Charlie Daniels, $24.99. Hey Jude, Hey Bing. We had one of those last night. Bing Crosby, $9.99. Greaseman. Greaseman is $14.99. I think it's actually called, I'm not for sure. We'll just call it Greaseman, $14.99. Next is Jefferson Airplane Flight Log. Jefferson Airplane's a 2LP, $29.99. Burton Cummings is $12.99. And Echoes of an Era, Rock Era, the later years, Maxie Brown, the Shirelles, Chubby Checker, the Cleftones, Bobby Lewis, etc. That's from Roulette, $16.99. James Bragg offered $48 for Agnostic Front. Sell that to James Bragg for $48. Agnostic Front. Next is Michael Golston. He wants the Charlie Daniels Band. I don't get that one too often. And Preston Rose said he'd give $10 for Greaseman. That is sold to Preston Rose for $10. Chuck Berry's Golden Hits. That's $24.99. Chuck Berry's Golden Hits, $24.99. Weather Report, Heavy Weather, $34.99 for Weather Report, Heavy Weather, Heavy Weather. I always want to put a D in there when I'm talking fast, $34.99. Price on the hardcore record for the CD. Felix, that was $14.99. Clear vinyl with CD and poster, 2007. This runs on Blood. This runs on Blood. Dave McKenna, Scott Hamilton, and Jake Hanna. No base hit. $9.99. Jazz record. Also, Weather Report still available. Gene Autry, Country Music Hall of Fame. That's in shrink wrap for $9.99. Montrose Summit. Bob James, George Duke. Wow, look at all these names. Hubert Laws. That is $19.99. That's the Montrose Summit. These are all bought now best offer. Rockin' On. Rockin' On is another compilation. The J Nets, Freddie Cannon, Joey D, Little Richard's on here. $9.99. Sell Felix. This runs on Blood for $12.99. That's sold to Felix. The Bebop Era. The Bebop Era is $14.99. Columbia Jazz Masterpieces compilation. Near Mint Jazz compilation, $14.99. Ah, the classic, the best of Tommy James and the Shondells. This shouldn't even require an offer. Someone just should say, I'll take it. Gatefold, Near Mint, the best of Tommy James and the Shondells, $19.99. We have Folkways Records, Volume 8, Jazz, $19.99. This is a Folkways Records compilation from 1953. $19.99. Volume 8, 1953. There's volume 11, Folkway Records Jazz, volume 11. 1958 mono with the booklet, 1999. And the Rolling Stones, Love You Live, 2LP, Killer Rolling Stones, has the original inner sleeves, 2LP, $49.99. Denise Harrison wants the Tommy James, thank you. And we're going to sell Fred Carnell the Bebop comp for 10. James Bragg, I am working on the Vol Beats. Yes, I'm going to pull all that I have, and then I'm going to order you some more. Let's see what we have here. We have John From, A Stirring in the Woods, Woos, Nods, News. Darkly psychedelic and meticulously crafted death metal from the members of the Dillinger Escape Plan, the Faceless, and John Zorn. $14.99. $14.99. John From. $14.99. In My Eyes, Nothing to Hide. In My Eyes is a $19.99 US. That is hardcore. $29.99. And that looks scary. That is $19.99. That is Baptist Bushcraft. Baptist of an axe stuck in a tree in the woods. $19.99. Back to the bin. These are all buy it now, best offer if you're just now joining us. The Beach Boys, High Water, a 2-record set. The Beach Boys is $19.99. High Water. The Rolling Stones, 30 Greatest Hits in shrink wrap, $44.99. Wow. Couple great compilations there. The MCA Sound Conspiracy, $12.99. This is a compilation. You get Glass Harp, Wishbone Ash, Matthew Southern Comfort, Jeremiah, American Eagle, Help. That is $12.99. James Bragg says he'd give $15 on the Baptist. Sell that to James Bragg for $15. Next is Cecil and Blake. Cecil and Blake, $14.99. J.O. Felony, What You Gonna Do? From 1998, $24.99. Gold stamp promo on the back. Leonard Feather, Encyclopedia of Jazz in the 60s, Volume 1, The Blues, $14.99. Bo Diddley is VG minus, $34.99. 58 mono, Bo Diddley, VG minus. The Who Sellout, VG minus, $14.99. The Who Sellout. Herbie Mann, Memphis Underground, VG copy, $12.99. Fleetwood Mac, Bare Trees, VG, $14.99. Taj Mahal, Music Keeps Me Together, EX, $16.99 on Taj Mahal. Stanley Clarke, Journey to Love, VG plus, $14.99. Keith Jarrett, El Juicio, The Judgment, EX, $12.99. Yes, we still got one copy of Kill Bill left. One copy left. Rich Recore says he'll take Taj Mahal for $12. Sell that to Rich Recore. The Beau Brummel 66, that's in shrink wrap. It's a 66 mono, VG plus, $19.99. Fred Carnell, you were second on Taj with the same offer. Stanley Clarke, Modern Man, VG plus, $14.99. Let's make a note to pull Tony Riddle a Kill Bill Volume 1. Freddie Hubbard, Bundle of Joy. Freddie Hubbard is EX, $17.99. Also, Go by Bo Diddley. That's a VG copy, 59 mono, $49.99. George Harrison, Dark Horse, VG plus, $19.99. George Harrison, Dark Horse, VG plus, $19.99 on Dark Horse. Gordon Lightfoot, Gord's Gold, VG plus, $21.99. Gord's Gold. Sister Sledge, The Sisters, that's $9.99 on Sister Sledge. Carly Simon is $9.99. Also, the Stampeder, Sweet City Woman, $19.99. Stampeder, Sweet City Woman. George Harrison is VG, $12.99. That has the insert with it. The Falcon and the Snowman, that's VG plus, $12.99. The Box Tops, VG plus. The Classic, the Letter and Neon Rainbow, the Box Tops, VG plus, $19.99. The Crazy World of Arthur Brown is VG for $12.99. The Seeds, VG minus, $19.99 on the Seeds. That's always not too easy to get. Wow, the Rolling Stones with Hop Sticker. REB wrote their name on the cover. Other than that, the vinyl's EX, $36.99, and this is the stereo mix. And the last record in this bin is Pink Floyd Metal. It's an exceptional exceptional 1971 Jacksonville press. The price is $59.99. Bryce Culver wants to know the Sister Sledge information. Sister Sledge is $9.99. That's called the Sisters. It has a generic inner sleeve. The vinyl is near mint minus. Lillian wants both George Harrisons. That was Living in the Material World and Dark Horse. I was trying to pull out all the Beatles records, but all the ones I've shown back here we've sold, with the exception of Ringo. All right. You can tell there's more and more left. There's more and more left after every bin we've went through. The first one almost got wiped out. The second one was a big chunk. The next one was even better. And now there's been more and more left. Everybody's getting sleepier and sleepier on me. I may just go through this back bin one more time and just read you some titles and see what's in here. I don't know if we need to go through it. I would like to keep it for the next time we're actually back here, right? I need a really good James Brown Greatest Hits. I guess they make something like that. Yeah, they make a James Brown Collected. Here's a couple more hardcore. All of them, I can get you a James Brown Collected from Music on Vinyl. Lies, Plague, $9.99. There's another kind of oddity. I don't know if that's hardcore or metal. Looks like hardcore. Here's another Baptist record, Beacon of Faith. Baptist is $19.99. Beacons of Faith, $19.99 on that. Josh is not seeing. Josh is looking for metal. The problem is if we have something, in my opinion, odd back here, it's usually hardcore and not metal. I don't think we hardly have any metal in the store. We have 100,000 LPs underneath this roof, and we have almost no metal. That's what's incredible about the genre of metal. It is gone. It is like the most collectible and desirable genre on earth. Sell these to James Bragg, both of them for $25. Felix says he'll take Lies. I've already sold those to James Bragg. And Scott Sneese said he'd give 8 on the Keith Jarrett LP. Let me find that. And Keith Jarrett, and that's sold to Scott Sneese for $8. Felix was second on Lies. James Bragg got both of those for $25. I'm just always overwhelmed by the amount of metal. If I speak to anybody else that sells records, that has a store, they tell me the same thing. They're like, it is amazing. We get in metal and poof, it's gone, which is just, it's been that way for years now. Jetstream Weather Report, $18. Weather Report, heavy weather. I will say this for $25, Jetstream, $25. It's a super nice copy. You will be happy. I'm also surprised there's a Pink Floyd metal, but for some reason that album shows up a lot. You won't see a copy of The Wall laying around. You probably won't see a copy of Wish You Were Here, but metal, we've got 2 or 3 in stock right now, surprisingly. It used to not be like that. But as y'all can see, we got 74 more bins to go through back here, which would take the next 9 hours. I doubt we could do it in 9 hours. It would, especially if we do it in a high rhythm, plus all the bins. So the good thing is we're going to be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. James is still trying to listen to the 100 that I bought Friday night, or was it Saturday? It was a Saturday night. Telly Savalas, I Cantina albums. I will do that. I found the Telly Savalas earlier up front, so let's see. James, you bought a bunch. But yeah, it's usually metal. Yeah, metal's always low, especially the newer bands. Yeah, that's like they press 250. Even though the demand is high, it's weird. They don't press a lot. They keep the supply low. So yeah, James really bought out a bunch that night. All righty. Anybody else? I'm getting a final call. Thanks for joining us for part 2. We've been live for about an hour and a half. We went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We went through 7 bins back here. And after I condense them, we've sold probably 2 or 3 entire bins of albums back here. So that means I can empty some crates and put them back in here. Now, we got a crew leaving in the morning to go to all over the country, pretty much buying records. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to post an actual, not a map, but kind of the direction we're going. If you know anybody that has records for sale, whether they're wanting to get rid of 30,000 or whether they're wanting to get rid of 500 really good albums, we can't go out of our way to look for 100 albums unless it's like Smashing Pumpkins, OGs, Velvet Underground, OGs, signed Jimi Hendrix albums, which pretty much don't exist. But, we would go out of our way for that. But if you know somebody between here and Massachusetts and anywhere 100 miles on that line that has a collection for sale, we'll stop and buy it. First stop is Indiana in the morning to look at 5,000, which is an original owner's collection. So we'll do that tomorrow. I'll be here, and then we'll be here again on Friday and Saturday nights. And then next week, they're going to be gone all week buying on that trip, like I said. So that's where we'll be. Thanks, everybody. for tuning in once again. I'm going to go chug a bottle of water and start getting crates ready so they can have stuff to put these records in they're buying tomorrow. We're going to sign off there. Thanks you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Thanks everybody as always for tuning